Hello guys, this is Alex Koloskov, photographer who help other photographers to achieve their goals at footage.com. And this is quick review of the lens adapter which I got for Sony Nex 7, which I have. This little camera, I like it so much, and I usually using it with two lenses, basically. One lens is this. It's E-mount, that new optical stabilizer lens, optical steady shot, 1650 millimeters, which I already had reviewed, right? Kind of hands-on review. It's kind of cool with all this little, zoom. But the quality of the lens, well, it's decent for the price, for $300 or $350, whatever, and zoom, but nothing special, right? And I also have this another lens, which is 30 millimeters macro. That's much more interesting lens comparing to this one, because first it's macro, second it's f3.5, and the cool thing that it's not zoom, non-zoom, meaning the image quality is way, way, way better than on this one. Because you remember, right? Zoom is the last thing you want to have if you're looking for the quality. Zoom is for different things. It's for usability, versatility. You can use it, well, one lens to cover the whole thing, but to get the decent image quality, go non-zoom. For the same money, you will get much, much better results. Plus, results in terms of image quality, of course. Plus, that feeling when you work with non-zoom lens, it's quite good, especially for the beginner. You will start thinking about the frame, how to position yourself and how to shoot, and distance to the camera, all that kind of stuff, which you don't think about when you have zoom, because you just do it. So it's kind of cool thing to learn. Anyway, I'm talking about adapter. Well, man, I kind of go in all the way around every time. So the adapter is this. This is, they call it EzFoto Pro Canon EOS mount adapter with aperture version. So as I understand, Pro and non-Pro, that EzFoto brand, they have two versions. One adapter is about $20 or so without aperture. This one $40 with aperture, so you can kind of go this way, close it up and down, because this adapter has no electronic connection. It doesn't transfer electronic signals from the camera to the lens, meaning the lens is basically just old school manual lens. Manual focus, no aperture, jumping aperture, nothing on your lenses. And to at least adjust somehow, you can use this aperture to change it. But there are few things you need to remember about that kind of adapters for Sony cameras, for Sony Nex cameras, Sony E-mount cameras. That version without aperture, you still can utilize, you still can change aperture on your EOS mount lenses by doing this. You can mount it on the Canon camera, set depth of field preview mode, meaning the lens will close the aperture to, like preview mode when you click on that button, that's depth of field preview. Lens that closes the aperture to whatever you set on the camera, right? And if in this case you disconnect the lens during this, it will remain closed. So let's say this is Canon f1.4 50 millimeter lens, right? If I want to shoot at f6 without that aperture on the adapter, I can mount into the Canon, press depth of field preview, change aperture to f5.6, whatever I want, and then disconnect the lens without releasing that button, depth of field preview button. In this case, it will be set to whatever aperture we had. Anyway, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this because it's kind of hassle, you know, set it and bring the camera, Canon camera with you to change it. So I got this. And it works fine, however, not for every lens. For example, for Canon 50mm f.4 or 1.4, I can go up to f16 or somewhere maybe f14 before the blade, the aperture on this adapter start interfering on the frame. I mean, you start seeing corners, you know, getting dark. On the lenses like, let's say I have macro 180mm lens for the Canon. When I mount on the Nex using this adapter, I cannot close down anything. Even at f4, I start seeing the dark corners. At f8, it's like, you know, it's a circle instead of the frame. The rest is dark. So in general, when you use this adapter, be prepared to shoot with wide open aperture on Sony Nex. Because, you know, there is no reason to play with these apertures because, well, there is a reason, but, you know, I always thinking that, let's say I have this very bright lens, right, 1.4 f lens. And what's the reason to shoot with it at f8? There is a reason to get, you know, better image quality. I'll show you on the images. On the footage.com there is sample images which I did with a 50mm lens mounted on the Sony, and you will see the difference at f1.4 and let's say f8. I was using these blades, you know, this adapter aperture to change it, and it's quite different image quality. But it has nothing to do with adapter, it's more about the lens, right? This not L-class lens, this, and of course, wide open, it gives you a lot of, you know, bad stuff in the image. So, let's mount and see. You see, it's very tight fit. I really like, well, the look and everything basically. And I played with, you know, that manual focus. Of course, it's only manual focus, and I got some pretty decent pictures of people who were not really posing. So there is a way, you know, to learn how to manually focus and shoot, especially when we use there is thing called focus assist on Nex. I'm not sure about Nex 5 and Nex 3, but on Nex 7, when I press the button, it basically enlarges the image, and I can set focus very precisely and then compose the shot. Okay, so it's kind of not a problem to work with manual focus lenses on this camera on Nex 7 using that focus assist. It's pretty cool. It's really pretty cool. You just need to be fast, and of course when somebody's running or kids playing, it will be really hard, so no way. But for portraits, at least when people expecting you to shoot them and they can kind of freeze for a few seconds, it works fine. Check on 40G example images. I did most of them on this lens, on 50mm lens, and I love them. That kind of blue, that kind of bokeh, I didn't see anything on using this lens or even macro lens on this Sony. And plus, I don't need to buy any lens, you know, additional, because I already have a lot of Canon lenses. And let's see some crazy stuff. Let's try to mount this little lens on Sony Nex. It's 70 to 100mm lens, and you know, it works great. It just, you set the focus, and let me see. Yeah, I can close down to f5.6 before the circles start appearing. Let me show you how it looks like. You see, this is f22. Basically, it just little circle surrounded with black area. So just remember that you're not going to use all the range of apertures on this adapter. Okay? So this is it. Kind of a cool thing. Has nothing to do with my studio photography. It's just for fun, but you know, it's always cool. Check stuff on footage.com, gear. That's where all these reviews is posted. And well, a lot of cool stuff going on there. By the way, don't forget about checking workshops. I do online workshops right from the studio, you know, with live broadcasting and stuff like this, so you can join us from your remote location and learn studio photography, studio product photography. And this is unique. This is true unique stuff which you won't find anywhere else. You know, creative live is great, but there is no product, commercial product and jewelry photographers there. I do this stuff and people love it, really, because you can learn on tone, you can participate in chat, and well, it's very inexpensive compared to any other type of education. And guys, join me. It's really cool. Okay, so go to footage.com/workshops. That's where everything is going on. Okay, and now look at these videos which I got, which I recorded using this camera and fisheye. This is 15mm Canon fisheye and 14mm non-zoom lens for Canon, mounted on the camera using this EzFoto adapter for Canon lenses on Nex 7, well, on any Sony E-mount camera. Okay? It's kind of cool. Watch them now.
Видела хоть раз в жизни уже? Легче общаются. Уже как будто свой.
Да.
Kaden, go down the slide.
Down.
Go down. Go down the slide. Don't climb up.
We don't climb up slides.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hey guys, so this is 15mm Canon lens, fisheye lens on Sony Nex 7 with that lens adapter which I'm reviewing. So you see, kind of cool view, pretty amazing, and the lens is at 10mm, because when we go to 8mm it becomes like this, right? Even on that crop sensor. 15mm it's like this, and 10mm is just right to get that huge and cool fisheye look. And you see, even with without autofocus, it's still pretty cool when I set the focus focusing distance right as my hand length, and we're getting some nice videos. So pretty cool, right? Crazy look. I love this lens, and I'm glad it works on Sony. Okay, this is Canon 14mm f2.8L lens, my favorite wide-angle lens, mounted on Sony Nex 7 camera using that adapter I have. We have well, fully open aperture, manual autofocus, manual focus, no autofocus, right? And well, it's kind of cool. You can see that look, which is pretty amazing. It's not a fisheye, but still quite, oh man, it's so wet here. We still have a lot of rains in Georgia. Okay, so cool. See you next time, guys. And now, bye. Talk to you later, guys.